Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. Ooh. Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once again to Vegas Strong and Fearless. I was going to do the other show. I got confused. Well, let's just do this one. Vegas Strong and Fearless. The Science of Success. Now, this is the book we're doing right here. The Science of Success. Making you rich. That's what we want. To get you rich. To make you money in your pocket, money in your safe, money in your bank, money everywhere. We're talking about money. We've been talking about the importance of having that attitude of richness, having that attitude of money, having that attitude of supply. There's plenty to go around. Bubba, before we continue, remember how I do every week. The Father and I are one. The Son and I are one. The Spirit and I are one. You must believe this reality. If you don't believe it, not only believing it, but act in a certain way, live in a certain way, think in a certain way, you're not going to get rich. It's up to you. Believe me. It's going to happen. But you must believe it within yourself, because it's within yourself to succeed or to fail. I can't help you. You must believe. It's just like this idea. When you go to bed at night and you wake up in the morning, you don't even think about it. It just naturally happened. When you take your another step, go to the shower, go to the bathroom, you're not thinking about that stuff half the time. When the heart is pumping, it's just happening naturally. So, the idea here, in becoming rich, you just have to allow it to naturally happen. It's going to happen because of your thought. Remember, I've been teaching cause and effect. Thought is so important. Thought becomes the outer. The inner eventually will reveal itself in the outer. So that's why that cause and effect, that law of cause and effect is so important. So I'm going to ask you right now to begin to think. Let's practice. And I want you to practice this every day, please, if you want to get rich. As you're walking, or you're sitting, or you're in a park, like I do. Sometimes I just go to the park. I live close to a park. I go to the park. And I'm walking in the park, and I'm repeating certain ideas in my mind. I want you to repeat some of these thoughts. Think, right now, think. Riches. And then see yourself, I feel rich. The effect of my thought. I feel healthy. And the result will be my image of health. I feel thought strong. And I will have that image of strength. So remember, everything you think will reveal itself outwardly. So your outward situations are a result of your inner thoughts. What are you thinking? right now. Are you thinking of this virus, the sickness? Well, that's the way you're going to feel. That's the way you're going to reflect your outer image. Are you thinking, well, I don't have a job, I don't have any money, I'm in a bad situation? Thought. Well, that's the way you're going to feel and reflect outwardly. Well, I feel that the situation in life is getting worse and worse and worse. If those are your thoughts, that's what you're going to reflect, and that's what you're going to show outwardly. When people come up to you and say, what's wrong? Because if they say that to you, obviously you're thinking something that reflects an outward of something's wrong. And so to become rich, to become abundantly full of supply, it all begins with thought. This afternoon, the few minutes I have, we're going to be talking about gratitude. Probably of all the principles in this book and all the rules and the follow these laws, the most important principle in order to get rich, in order to have abundancy, to reflect the law of supply, you have to walk around grateful. If you're not grateful, if you're not expressing an outward of gratitude, it's because you're not thinking that way. I was watching a movie the other day, and this mother took her son's graduation suit to the cleaners. She went out, got the suit, and went into the bedroom and said, son, here's your suit to wear for your graduation. He took the suit and started walking away. And she said, thank you. Meaning, at least you could say thank you. And he didn't even turn around. He just yelled out, whatever. If that's the kind of gratitude you're expressing outwardly for all the blessings, then that's the way you're going to live. If you followed in the movie this youngster's life and lifestyle, that's the way he lived. Didn't have any gratitude, didn't ever say thank you. And that's why we have Thanksgiving, because the idea is to be thankful. I'm a theologian, and my master always says, thank you, Father. He had a thankful attitude. And my Lord was never sick. He never was in poverty. He always had the best. If you study his lifestyle, he had the best clothes. That's why they gambled for his clothes at the cross. He had the best grave site. If you study his lifestyle, but that's another subject on my other show. But he was a man that walked around with gratitude. And so today we're going to be talking about the importance of having gratitude. As I said, the most important principle in this book and becoming rich is gratitude. Being grateful. Don't ever forget, in every action, there's a reaction. So when this mama gave the suit to the son, an action of love, an action of sacrifice, what was the reaction? Whatever. So the way you go through life, if you go through life, whatever, and you react this form, it's going to have a result. You see, there's plenty to go around. People say, I was going through the desert the other day and going through the beach, and and we went miles without anything out there in the desert. And people say we're overpopulated. Oh my goodness, come on. There's plenty to go around. There's plenty of land. There's plenty of ocean. There's plenty of trees. There's plenty of air. There's plenty of minerals. There's still gold and silver and other minerals. There's plenty, there's plenty, there's plenty. And you need to have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for my health. Do you wake up healthy? Thank you for my family. Thank you for my job. Thank you for, and you might say, well, I don't have enough. No, believe me, you have much to be thankful for. And if you have this gratitude, you're going to have more increase, because your life is a life of increase. Just like I mentioned in the past, the principle of the law of increase. Everything's increasing. So if you have an attitude and gratitude of goodness, that's what's going to increase. But if you have an attitude of whatever, that's going to increase too. Which one you want? I want riches. I want money. I want fullness. I want abundancy. And I have it. Because I have a gratitude. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Father, for when I have pain in my foot. Thank you for this virus. Thank you for people that are not working. If they're getting closer to their family, they're getting closer to their God. See, you can look at it two ways, the good or the bad. You need to be grateful and have an attitude of gratitude. Number one, in order to have this attitude of gratitude, you have to believe in the first principle. You must believe in formless substance. You must believe there's a higher power in your life. You must believe that you just didn't pop up from nothing. You were created from something. You must believe, as I believe, my father, my father, who is no longer with me, but we were one, and we still are one in spirit. And my higher maker, the Almighty, my formless substance that created me, there is no doubt. I believe that I was created. I believe that I'm a child of a king. I believe I'm a prince. I believe that my God, that formless substance, will take care of me. There's no doubt in my mind. It's just like my children, when they were young, they believed my daddy's going to take care of me. They believed my daddy's going to give me things I need. They believed. There was no doubt in their mind. One day I was swimming with my daughter, and I said, we were swimming. I put her at the edge, a little girl. I said, honey, jump. She jumped. She believed I was going to catch her. When does that stop in your life and in my life? All of a sudden, well, I don't believe I'm going to find a job. I don't believe that I'm going to have food. I don't believe I'm going to have money. Remember, if that's what you're thinking, the result that's where you're going to live. But if you believe this is nothing, this is just a part of the journey that is occurring in my life, but I believe my King, the formless substance, that I'm connected to. I just said something. If you're not connected to this formless substance on an ongoing basis, on a daily basis, then there'll be a blockage. There'll be a blockage, and you're going to miss out. It's like my daughters again. If they didn't believe in me, and they began to doubt, and they began to lose faith, there was a blockage in our relationship. There was a blockage in my communication with them. Same thing with that formless substance. If you don't believe that there was a formless substance out there, then you're going to lose out. You must believe in this. Number two, you must have a principle of gratitude. It's a principle. Really, to me it's a law. You must thank your formless substance every day, every moment. I thank my formless substance, my God, for the show. I thank for you listening to me. And I hope that you will wake up and that you will, once the show's over, that you will continue and you will say, I will be grateful to my parents, to my husband, to my wife, to my girlfriend, to my children, to my boss, to my unemployment situation, to the money I don't have, but the money I will have. You need to be grateful for everything that is occurring in your life. A principle of gratitude. Number 3, gratitude leads to formless substance coming to you. So, he's all around. It's just a matter of you connecting. It's just like, if I'm thirsty, the water's here. I just got drinking and connected my physical desire to that glass. The formless substance is here. You just got to learn, and I've taught how to connect to that formless substance 24/7. He doesn't take a break. So, number 4, gratitude leads to having a great faith that it's coming, that it's here, that you never lost it. Just like I told a story one day, an old gentleman was driving with his older wife down the highway, and his car passed him real quickly, and in this other car there was a youngster, and the girl was all over the driver, kissing him and hugging him. And they went on. And the older lady in the other car looked at her husband and said, how come we don't do that anymore, honey? I remember we used to do that when I was close to you and I was kissing you, I was hugging you. But over the years, it seemed like we lost something and we're no longer together like we used to be. What happened? And he looked at her and he said to her, I haven't moved an inch. Well, your formless substance hasn't moved an inch. It's you and I that have pulled away from the blessings, from the law of supply, from the abundancy, from money, from the riches, from it is you and I have pulled away. And my hope is, in this, if you're going to get rich, and if you want to be rich, you have to have this attitude of gratitude. In all things, give thanks. Everything. In this government, give thanks. Remember, you live in a democratic, in a republic. Give thanks. Give thanks for your oppositions. For that opposition, as I mentioned, the negative pulse starts the positive pulse. Together they set the car, and there's movement, and the car moves. You need the negative along with the positive to have movement. Thank your formless substance for all the negative energy that comes your way. And by the way, there's a lot. That's why I don't watch news anymore. Ever since this virus situation occurred, I don't put news on, because too much negative is not good. You need it if it's natural. I mean, if you just hear it there. But if you're looking for it, that's the way you're going to live. That's the way you're going to project yourself. That's the way you're going to have that reflection of your image. Well, we're going to conclude here. And my hope is this week that you will make up your mind to have an attitude of gratitude, that you will have a spirit of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you go to shopping, thank you. When you want somebody wants to get in your car lane, thank you. You can go. Thank you for this bill that is here. You have to have this attitude. Before I leave you, as I mentioned, and you don't believe me, but I want you to try it. Have an attitude of gratitude. Take out your card and give to this program. $1, $2, $10, $100, $1,000, it doesn't matter. If you have a gratitude of what I have, I'm going to share. I will promise you, you're going to be more blessed. Because with the attitude of gratitude, you're going to be doing things for others because your former substance told you to, not because that person asked you to. No, because they will let you down. But at the same time, if you have that attitude of gratitude, you will never ever be without. I promise you. Email me, text me. I want to hear from you. I want to begin 2 new shows, and one is going to be called The Movement of the Woman, and the other one's going to be called, it's going to be in Spanish, and it's going to be called La Voz de los Latinos. It's going to be the voice of the Latins, but it's going to be beginning in September. God bless you. We'll see you next week, and have a week of gratitude.